So after this little introduction, basically we're not just going to say anything and we're just going to let the sea lions do the talking, so listen up. Armed with a camera in one hand and a passport in the other, join us as we seek out the sights, taste the food, check out the wildlife and battle language barriers on our quest for adventure. My name is David Pustansky and this is my girlfriend Rachel Jayne, and we are jet lagged and loving it. Our Californian road trip continues, and after a scary drive through the city centre, we were able to park our rental car truck for a few days so that we could explore the bright lights, the hills, the fog and the sights of San Francisco. Our first major destination is to get a few photos of the iconic Golden Gate Bridge. Whilst we can still see it, we'll do a very quick vlog update.
Photo. I was like, oh, this is going to be a really nice photo.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, but so we're here in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. On our travels, we often find a friendly exchange of photo taking not only helps us get some non-selfie pictures, but is also a great way to meet some new people. We are now going to walk across the Golden Gate Bridge, as you can see there, Golden Gate Bridge. Apparently there's a blind intersection and it suggests you keep off and no animals are allowed. Oh, hang on, is there like some big issue to be able to go on it, or can you just go on it? Crisis counselling. Is this for jumpers? Is this here for people who are going to jump? It is, isn't it?
I imagine so. There is hope.
Wow, there is hope. So on a serious note, text GGB, as in Golden Gate Bridge, to 741741, free support 24/7. There is hope. Okay, so we are now going to take one big step onto the Golden Gate Bridge. We're now on the Golden Gate Bridge. It is as golden, it is loud. Move to one side so it's going to let the cyclists cycle. Is that Alcatraz?
Yeah.
So you can see Alcatraz Island whilst on the Golden Gate Bridge, which is pretty damn cool.
It's very wobbly.
It is very wobbly. You can't really see whilst you're on the bridge, but we are on the Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, it doesn't have the barrier as high all the way across, so I'm worried that I'm going to knock my phone out my hand. Right, so we're having to abandon being on the Golden Gate Bridge because Rachel's got scared. But it's alright, I'm looking after her. Careful, it's windy. Right, so, yeah. Why are they cycling on the left? Why are they cycling? This is America. Cycle on the right. Know your own rules, Americans. Know your own rules. Know your rules and shut your mouth. Rock said that. So yeah, this was the Golden Gate Bridge. So in the background behind us right now, just there, that you can see, is the rock, Alcatraz. The prison from which no one can escape. Except Sean Connery. When we tap the screen, it is St Paul's and St Peter and St Paul's Cathedral or Church, which was in Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. So just as a quick update, we're outside like Lucasfilm's headquarters, and we've seen a Yoda statue here, and some guys here from Preston and Wembley, also from England, came on a pilgrimage to Yoda and told us that you can go through into that building. You can take photos, but you can't film, and have some Star Wars based fun. So apparently there's a Darth Vader statue in here. Who's your favourite Star Wars character, darling?
I like R2-D2.
Really? I like
Oh, BB. Is it BBC?
BB-8.
BB8.
Did you say BBC?
No, I said BBC. Is it BBC?
Rachel's just realised that we're in San Francisco.
Rachel hasn't just realised this. Rachel knows exactly where we are.
No.
David has just realised.
I was midway through a sentence, and apparently it's where the room was made. And are you sure of that?
Fairly sure.
We need
Because
to.
I'm sure they would sort of get off a cable car at one point there.
We need to seek out like filming locations, but also we're in a cafe. So have you got a script with you? We could just read the top of the sauces bottles. Ready? Go for it. No, come on. You want to do it so that people understand. Now tell me. You stood on top of a mountain. Yeah, I am a blueberry.
Hi.
Oh, come on, really. Stand up. I want to be famous.
I'm a blueberry.
You're tearing me apart, Rachel. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. You're tearing out. And indeed, we did find the cable car from the room, and it was a much appreciated alternative to walking up the many steep hills you'll find in San Francisco. Apparently, you shouldn't call San Francisco San Fran. Don't do it, they don't like that. That's a free tip. We're on a cable car. How do you find it? I find it quite cable-y. You just slide down because there aren't seat belts. Am I squashing you?
Yeah.
Much?
No, it's all I just kind of.
No, squash.
And you thought it was fine, but I thought
Now, if you didn't already know this, David runs the travelling improvised comedy show Extreme Improv. And a major reason for our Californian road trip is because Extreme Improv would have a performance in the San Francisco Improv Festival. So actually we're going to do a little bit of vlogging here.
no, we're not.
So we're across the road. So I'll just put this like this so the police do, SFPD, San Francisco Police Department. Do you think they're after me after the driving?
Yeah.
So we've just come out of the opening night, first two shows of the San Francisco Improv Fest 2018.
You guys are our first audience.
So, the most important part of our adventure in San Francisco begins. We're on our way with t-shirts on that say improv. So we're going to do our entry in the San Francisco Improv Fest. We're going to meet our fellow Extreme Improv performer, Angus Dustergear. Let's hope he turns up. And then we will battle for Extreme Improv supremacy. How do you feel, Rach?
I don't really know.
Excited?
Yeah?
Nervous?
Yeah?
Channel the energy. Whatever happens, channel the energy. Use it. Use it on stage. Your characters could be nervous. Your characters could be excited. You know? Your characters might just want to punch David in the face and run away. So, right, this is Extreme Improv, and you guys are Chesterfield?
Yes.
Yeah, I know it is a bit.
We're
So,
in a bit right now.
yeah, we're
happening
in
to
a
us.
bit.
I'm
So, right,
excited.
so we're really excited. Where are you guys from? You
We're
locals?
from here.
San Francisco.
Yeah, and what is the show you're doing tonight?
It's called Chesterfield Presents The End.
Yeah, and what kind of thing is that?
It's an improvised movie that's never been seen before. We start at the end and then we go back to the beginning, working our way back to that very same end.
Is it weird that like you're really like crouching? Just,
Well, we're
like,
trying to get in the shot.
Yeah, you're in. I can move. I can move it.
Yeah, I could. I'm 5 feet tall. I can stand completely. Yeah.
How do you say toilet in German?
Toilet and.
Toilet.
European.
Scheiße. That's what you say. Yeah, absolutely.
Air hose it.
Yeah.
Why in America?
Totem
is the more
Tom's
so
Death
Yeah, what? Okay, hang on. Angus, wait.
Because we love to waste.
It is like a kiddie's paddling pool.
I've never shot a bath before.
Have you not?
Actually, no, I haven't. But it's not since I was 4. And then
Yeah.
20 years later, I come to America.
You're
I do it again.
24.
Yeah.
Baby.
How old do you think I was?
75.
See, actually, no, Buckingham Palace is in London.
Yeah. Do you know Wetherspoons?
Wetherspoons.
Weatherspoons? Why are you talking about Weatherspoons?
You'll know.
When you find the young ones.
When you find it.
Angus is trying to get sponsorship from Wetherspoons.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be good. And Tesco.
So,
I would like to say
Tesco.
that I'm
Yeah,
actually
Tesco's great.
applying
Tesco's.
for Spanish citizenship now because of Brexit. Thank you.
guys, we don't have to take that. We're leaving Europe. We're going to leave this room too.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Cool bit.
that petered out, didn't it? Thank you very much. Check out Chesterfield and Extreme Improv. Our show went really well, as did Chesterfield. So now let's get some audience feedback. Hang on, do you want to tell us about something that you liked about the show?
So these guys are actually pretty good, actually. If anything, if you guys plan on visiting London one day, please go see Extreme Improv. You're going to have a jolly time there.
Love it.
Cheers, mates.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, no, these guys were great. This was some entertaining improv. We arrived a little bit late, but we've been laughing. There were some good impressions. There was good cohesion between the guys. They had a good dynamic. That was awesome.
Thank you. Cheers, man. And tell us, how's the festival been going so far?
Oh, the festival has been awesome.
Yeah.
We love having so many teams coming from around the world and across the country. And actually, many years ago, we started calling this Improv Christmas because of all the gifts us improvisers get to give each other.
That's
You had a lot of fun energy, and the crowd was laughing.
brilliant.
So, sounds like they loved you.
Brilliant. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where would the locals go?
Cheers, man. I love sharing stuff like this. Our stay in San Francisco was over in a flash, and I can certainly say it's high up on my list of places I'd like to go back to, as there was still so much more to see and explore. And if you're an improviser and you're in the area, you should definitely check out the San Francisco Improv Festival and just the improv scene in the area, because there's loads of awesome groups and performers that you can catch up with. Highlights for me in San Francisco included the Golden Gate Bridge, the Musée Mécanique, which translated is the Mechanical Museum, which was filled with old amusement and video arcade machines, and also the sea lions that like to hang out at the pier. Our adventures in California weren't quite over yet, and having been whale watching earlier in the trip and doing some improv in unusual places in San Francisco, our final leg of the road trip was about to take us back to nature as we set off to drive 196 miles to Yosemite National Park. As always, until next time, this is Jet Lagged and Loving It.
I need a nap now.